Okay, hello. Welcome back to the fourth episode of the sketch series. Today we're going over the pumpkins. I didn't draw them on camera, but I colored them. I made sure to color them on camera because coloring is what I learned more therapeutic for me, as we went over last video. But story behind these guys is when I started to make them, it was Halloween. It was October. So I wanted to draw characters for this season because it just felt like the right thing to do for me. So I was like, okay, let me draw pumpkin guys, and it took me a little bit to design these guys, like 4 days. I was drawing them at work, at school, on the bus. So it was definitely a journey because I went through so many different types of faces. Like I tried to do a skinny face, I tried to do a human face, and I was like, no, if it's a pumpkin guy, he has to have a pumpkin head, right? It only makes sense. And then later on, I get more in depth, and you're gonna see like I make pumpkin guts, and you can do a lot of things, pumpkin carvings, what it implies, the lore implications. So it gets in depth and cool, but these are just the starting out guys. I was just doing positions again, working on positions to make them come to life, and yeah, that's kind of the outline of the idea of this page. Is the Halloween drawings. I have more sketches where I did vampires and I tried to do zombies. I wanted to do like 5 characters for the season, but when it takes you a week to draw, when it takes you a week to come up with one character, then a week to finalize that character, and then you realize, wait, a month only has 4 weeks. You're looking at 2 characters a month. You know what I mean? Unless you can somehow make it faster or, work quicker, which I haven't found out yet, but we get faster as the years go by. When I first started making characters, it was taking me 1 month. Same with music. I realized it used to take me 1 month to come up with a song and finalize it and finish it, but it goes quicker the more you do it. But I like a lot of these character designs. You see a lot of them, their mouths are open, the pumpkins. I think it adds a level of immersion because you can see how their jaw operates. You can see how their face muscles move, and it gives them certain life that a closed mouth pumpkin would not have. Like this guy that I'm drawing right now, he has a closed mouth. He doesn't have the same effect as this open mouth one that's running, or the ones that were below or above him. So that's why I usually draw open mouths, because I think it's easier also to put word bubbles wherever you want to, because with an open mouth you could be saying anything. So, and then on top of that, you have these brown skin bodies, and this part I wasn't sure about because I didn't want to color him too orange. I didn't want the whole thing to be orange. Like when a pumpkin is grown, the only part of the pumpkin that's orange is the pumpkin itself. The leaves are brown or green. The dirt below it is brown. So I said, okay, if there's gonna be more body to these people, then I'm just gonna make it look like they came out the ground, or like they have roots that sprouted below the pumpkin. Even though I know that's not how a pumpkin grows, still, it just seemed like the right color choice, and it seems to fit pretty well. Like when I color them, when I see them and look back on them, I'm like, okay, this actually works. This is not like a far-reaching type of thing. And I didn't really give them underwears or any clothes like that. I just think maybe they could just rock with being naked. Just free for all everywhere all the time. And who's really gonna get mad at them? Let's be honest. If you seen this guy approaching you and he was butt naked and you wanted to tell him to put clothes on, would you? Look how jacked they are. Look how big their heads are. I mean, I guess it's easy to smash a pumpkin, but what are the implications of smashing a pumpkin if that's its head? That's a crazy thing. So it's a lot of internal turmoil that you would have to face if you wanted to tell these guys no, I think. And maybe that's also why they don't have underwear on. I also sold these guys as stickers. I don't think any on this page. On another page that I sketched them on, I sold them as stickers on my website, Azensali.com, where I'll be selling a lot of different seasonal things, shirts, just art products, music products, things that are of the nature of this YouTube channel. So you can find a lot of that stuff there when they return, of course, because these were only limited time. And I think that's what most seasonal stuff will be like, so make sure to have your eye out if you're interested. But other than that, I think I should talk about the bodies, because the bodies were kind of a journey to me, and I'm realizing a lot of them look similar, and that's something that I tried really hard to achieve. Because in the past, to draw something so consistently and uniformly was kind of, it was troublesome for me, because I was a new artist. But I realized after you just do something for so long, like I've only been drawing for like 5 years now. Yeah, 5-6 years now. Been drawing almost every day, at least once a month. I've been drawing. You just get good. Like literally, that's all there is to it. You just get good. And if you look at these guys' forearms, and if you look at their leg muscles and their head shape and their eye size and all of these things that you take into account, which makes them the character, their forearms all look similar. Their shoulders are similar. Their hands are the same size. And these things I kind of just did like automatically. And I don't want to take it for granted because that took a long time. So I think it's a good thing to go over. If you're struggling with that as an artist, don't worry. Just keep drawing, and eventually you're going to find, like for example, this body style is my style, and I found it, and now it's like how I draw almost all my characters. You're going to find your style eventually, and it's going to work out for you. You just really got to trust yourself and really be honest with yourself too, because if it's not what you want truly and honestly, then it's not going to work. And here you see me kind of going over the colors with the markers, or you did see me. And that's what I was talking about last episode, where I was trying to get better with markers because I want to be able to do things more naturally or more on paper or with materials that are tangible, not online resources like digital. So, and I think it actually works out pretty well here. And what I learned is that it doesn't really, with these markers specifically, it doesn't have to be a darker color or a different color. You just have to go over it with the same color, either immediately after or a little bit after. You see it with the purple here. You see the overlap. It's like the opacity is so light that the more you go over it, the darker it will get, which is kind of similar to the digital realm as well. So I like that. It's familiar territory, and I'm glad that these markers are what I use. I found them at Michael's actually. I wish I had some around right now to see if I could show you the brand, but I got them at Michael's. They're like $1.40 for each marker, so I guess that's a little expensive. There we go, Tombow. You see it? Tombow. Those are top tier markers, let me tell you. Those are the ones that I recommend. Those are the same markers that I used for the first commission, which I'll put on screen right now. To do this piece for the restaurant in Bevico. It's my first commission. But yeah, here I'm just coloring the background again. I think this is a tradition at this point. It's a ritualistic, habitual thing that I engage in every time that I go to my sketchbook, because I just don't like the white background. And maybe I should invest in like a darker sketchbook, but then how would I color with the lines? I wouldn't, so. But anyways, I think that's it for me talking. I don't really have too much to say on this piece. Leave a like, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
He understands your tears, I can't stand it here. See my face frown from chandelier down. I fear doubt, though the answers is clear now. Pies towards father, no peer pals. From what I was then, I'm nowhere near now. No matter my age, always add +10. My maturity not based off sheer count. These days Satan appears loud amongst sin. Usually lust wins, the cost is heavy. Or usually trust is for sake of brevity. We unjust in our acts. Funny how could sit in the bus in the back. But let me not touch up on that. I'm funk to the facts that my uncle taught me. I'm fatigued from the malice, give me some coffee. God please forgive me, my habits are offbeat. I beg to be found, I believe I've lost me. I can sail 7 seas, I still wouldn't find that piece of me mind that we seek several times, can't allot it. I've handled God with burden, expect fury, hurry and repent. The early bird gets his checks early, I suggest 7:30 sharp. I've heard heaven's fury can be harsh, excuse the repetition, could you get what best decision is? Harp's gonna play, unless you didn't make it then it's dark. For you I bring the gospel, not from a religion, don't be hostile. I go spell as I feel God's pull, ask around my hostel like they Marriott apostles. Talked to Lee the other day, said she wanted Mary, got impossible. I come from that top school, no ain't gonna stop soon. As far as I can see, change is only thing permanent, so I guess my life is just irony, like I'm God's tool. I never lost that fight in me, keep that hope on you like a mighty team. My eyes unclean, they wander like unguided teens. I believe he